Brilliance Audio presents the unabridged recording of Killer Within by Jeff Gunhus, performed by Joyce Bean. For Nicole, I Love You. Genesis. Chapter 1. Arnie Milhouse never considered himself much of a hero, especially since no event in his first 3 decades on the planet gave him any reason to think otherwise. Even as his fingers flexed around the pen he was about to jab into the neck of the man in front of him, he still had his doubts. 20 minutes earlier, he passed the last of the boarded-up row houses that made up this Baltimore neighborhood and turned into Rocco's Convenience and Liquor, a place that seemed ready to live up to the promise of its name. There was plenty of liquor, and not another soul to mess up the convenience of it all. It wasn't unusual for the store to be empty at 10:30 on a Tuesday night. Friday would have been a different story. Workers trading their paychecks for cheap whiskey and smokes. Old ladies down to run their Powerball numbers. High school kids scoping for someone to pimp them some beers. But Tuesday was as quiet as a church. Arnie shuffled to the back of the store, curling his toes to keep his ill-fitting slippers from sliding off his feet. Vaguely, he wondered if he ought to have put on his shoes before leaving the house. He shrugged away the thought when he reached the wall of refrigerators in the back of the store. He opened a door and pulled out a milk jug. White flakes coated the plastic where past spills had dried, but the expiration date was still a respectable 5 days away. It would do. He stood at the counter to pay for his milk, shooting for the minimum acceptable amount of interaction with the acne-tortured teenager brooding behind the cash register. The kid's face made him think too much about his own awkward adolescence for him to make eye contact for too long. He caught himself running his fingers over the pockmarks left from acne so bad it had made Arnie stay home from school some days in embarrassment. He remembered the jokes from other kids, the sympathetic looks from teachers, the tut-tut of the dermatologist who never found a way to help him. He felt a surge of anger at the kid for dredging up those painful memories. Arnie preferred to forget those days. Not that things were much better now.
"What's that?"
the kid asked.
"What? What's not better now?"
"Nothing," Arnie mumbled. He hadn't realized he'd said anything. "I wasn't talking to you."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?